YouTube thing. Hi, we're live. I'm happy that we're live on YouTube, honestly, because I didn't just know what was going on. And, I had set up for 9 a.m. BST, and I don't know, I just couldn't access it. So I had to like reload and retune back in. So this is me believing that everything is working out apparently. All right. Yes, this is working, and this is working too. Thank you so much for tuning in today. We discussed something quite interesting yesterday. We figured out the particular people that want to go out to travel community leaders. That's where we're starting from, and I went ahead to like start looking for ways to get people, these specific people. I'm going to share my screen with you, share things that I've done so far, the kind of results that I'm getting, and how I think I may most likely be sitting from here. So I've used keywords like expat, solo. So expat as in like an expat traveler. So expat newsletters, expat blogs. I've used solo traveler Singapore. I've used personal travel blogs Singapore, and I see a couple of things, but that's for some of them they're too diverse. The results that I saw through Google, they are too diverse, and I feel like it may not be the best use of my time. Again, later in the challenge, I may come back to this. But from where I am standing now, after spending a couple of hours researching those, that's what I think. And I just wanted to share with you an observation that I also made. I realized that for most travel blogs, of course, there are travel blogs that have communities. They have Substack community, IG community, Facebook community. I did see a couple of them. Absolutely, I did. I realized that their blogs are not heavily monetized like folks in the US and the European market, like extremely developed markets. And I felt like that could be like a really, really great opportunity for us because sometimes you could call me someone that's very great with monetization. So what they really monetize is partnerships and affiliate links is all over the place. But there's more beyond that. We see people selling resources, we see people selling merchandise, digital products to make more money. Anyways, that's one of the things I've observed while studying there. And sorry, no shades to two companies. There are others. I'm just showing an example. So I've also tried Substack, and I realized that Substack for Singapore travel was not the most useful for me. I also tried WordPress. WordPress was quite useful. So I just went into Google and I typed WordPress blogs, right? Site.wordpress blogs, Singapore, and it brought out several WordPress blogs that have written content on Singapore. But the problem was that for a couple of them, they cover varieties of destination. And I'm not going after people who cover tons of destinations. I just want folks in Asia. So from what I mentioned yesterday, we are going after 5 countries, at least those ones that speak in English in the Asian market. And so there's Singapore, there's the Philippines, there's India, there's Malaysia. I'm going to open my script right now to see the last one. Um, there's Hong Kong. So I've decided Singapore actually tops my list. So I've decided to start gathering. Hi, thank you for tuning in. I've decided to start gathering contacts really from Singapore. I have here. I'm also realizing that for a couple of people in Asia, they happen to also cover some parts of for a couple of people in Singapore, they happen to cover other parts of Asia. So say Taiwan, say the Philippines, say India and all of that. And I also used Facebook groups. I with the result I got, I don't think that Facebook groups is the best to go for now. So I used Facebook group. I typed keywords like Singapore gap year travelers, and it didn't give me the best. It didn't fit what we're looking for. I think it would be good to just share it while I'm on this. I'll just walk you through it, and it's not just like I'm talking. Singapore gap year. You see lots of Singapore. My phone is always on. Club Hair Traveler Singapore. Let's see what we'll find. We'll go to groups because really that's what we're particular about. And I'm not trying to join the group because before I can decide to join the group, I need to know the quality of that group. And promotions are allowed, yada, yada, yada. I am currently in Singapore. I'm trying to see the quality of that group. Okay. So one of the things I'm seeing with influencers on Facebook group, I think I've seen specific ones, like two of them actually. They have like their own direct link for affiliates that, sorry, for competitors that were examined yesterday, because I told you we have competitors, but it's just that we compete on different things. There are competitors when we look at Asia as a market, but they are not our competitors when we look at the adventure global market. And so one of it is this Klook. And then I realized that, when you book through some of these community leaders link as a traveler, you can get like 5%, you get like 10% off. It's not 50%. I don't know why I see 50% there, because I've actually tried to click that link before the live session this morning. Okay. So yes, this is a very active group, and I got the the um the details of the admin. Then they'll be part of the folks I'm gonna be reaching out to. Okay. So this is more like a place where travelers put things, and I don't think it's highly regulated. So this is how they pass on passes and all of that. Another thing I also did was solo traveler Singapore. If I had used the word Singapore travel, it would be too broad, and that might not be a high target place for me to find these travel community leaders that are Singaporean group travel. What can we see? Singapore, and the first thing I see is Safari. Usually, I'm not a stickler for people who go on and just add their numbers. Yeah, I kind of think they're not. They're not like a great contact, because if you really have something important to say, I don't think you just dump your number on the platform like that. And so that's why I'm not going to reach out to that person. So these are more of like tour companies. I don't think that I want to go like this way, because the first thing they're going to be trying to upsell you is their own service and how you can resell their services to the global market. As of today, we're not there yet. Like, we're not open to tour operators. We already have like an opening for tour operators, but it's closed now. So when it opens, then I can like go back to them. And so this group is a lot of way too many things for me. Another thing I also have last, because I use keywords based on our target market. So let's do young travelers Singapore. Apparently I've done that before. I'm just showing you how I arrived at my results. Another thing I also did was digital nomads Singapore. And I realized that there's no specific digital nomad community for Singapore, but there are varieties of like digital nomad groups. Of course, if you get access to that group, then you can connect with folks that are specifically in Singapore. Okay, that's a thing. So let's read now. Okay, so this is not what we're looking for, honestly. This is where travelers come to. Please, I also have a Facebook community, and I know lots of high members Facebook community groups are unregulated. Let's see the admin of this group to see if we can be sure. You can be very, very, very sure that this is where random people contribute. So because we're looking for high level high impact communities, and it's important that, okay, so this is how they currently advertise their partnership with companies and all of that. So right now I'm on Esmeralda profile. Okay, sorry. I'd like to view a profile and see if there's anything on her profile. She even posts like lots of party content. Yeah, though she has the community, but she's not very active in it. So that would most likely not work. Now let's go to digital nomads. Let's see if we find high quality digital nomad groups. Then we can message their admin and tell them, do you have a, you most definitely have a community in the Asian market. Can you introduce them to us? Yada yada. So I've tried digital nomad Singapore. The results I got, they're not the best. Okay, this could be pretty interesting. Welcome to. Okay, I know remote.io. Absolutely, this would be interesting. But what's funny really is partnering this kind of company may take a while. So annoying. Then you go to a group and people are trying to tell someone is even you see this what I say about unregulated groups. That's why the only community we have with Zago Tours is just for adventure agents that have told us they're expanding their product lines. That is the deception of Facebook communities. Sometimes you think numbers equal to achieving your goal and all of that. Can you see the digital nomad group? Somebody's saying, "Are you a digital designer?" Okay, okay, not bad. But I really am not convinced about people posting houses and swimming pools just for it. It means that even if we partner with this company, they cannot guarantee our outcome. So that's at a stage where we need to digital nomads group. We need to minimize how much, how far we go, or how long we stay on things that we're not sure of. So let's do digital nomads around the world. I hope I'm sharing this tab. Okay, I am. Am I right now? Yes, I am. The global. We spent over 10 years. Okay, okay. This is it. People keep posting stays and all of that. Unregulated Facebook groups. With Facebook, you have to be very, very careful because if you let anybody in, they will dilute the original purpose of, okay, my microphone is okay. They will dilute the original intention behind, why you created that platform, and I feel like that's quite stressful. All job posting. Okay. So this person is saying you can't directly message them and you can't do anything. Please respect only premium members. They promote you. So there's a premium membership. Okay. If they have a premium membership, then I think I can understand. So use this as a funnel to membership. Let me see what's on that premium membership link. Pricing a coffee. I know you could just say that 100,000 is not high quality. Hi. 100,000 folks that you have is not high quality. So if I were to be paying that person, it won't be a great investment for us because the truth is they may most likely not even have a email sending platform where they've like identified who those that are serious and all of that. So paying them might not be the best thing to do for now because the community is just pretty too random. Okay. I could say that just using this search term on LinkedIn didn't pretty on Facebook didn't pretty work out well. And one of the things I also discovered this morning, just looking for these partners, strategy leaders to partner with. I realized that, using demography on Facebook, it was great, but it didn't give me the best result. Using Google search didn't also give me the best result. Using Substack didn't give me the best result. And I did WordPress. I did get a few from WordPress, and these are the contacts I have. And I separated them by, the kind of communities that they have, whether it's Telegram, a blog, newsletter, Substack, IG, and all of that. But I am realizing that if I really need to get to someone that has huge local expertise and following, perhaps they are not online. Perhaps the only thing they have is just a newsletter. But if the only thing they have actually is a newsletter, they should be somewhere online, really. Except they're using something like MailChimp for their newsletters. And I don't think that MailChimp newsletters are available in public directory. Let's try it now. MailChimp authors, newsletter authors, let's see. Newsletter authors. No, MailChimp doesn't list their authors publicly. No, they don't. Now, this is what I've decided to be like the next best step. I see that a few of them also have like a Telegram community, which is great. But for me to access their Telegram community, I need to have access to like their phone number or a public link. So I have decided that I'm going to go with LinkedIn. I'm going to go with LinkedIn by connecting with Singapore travel writers, Singapore lifestyle influencers, LinkedIn and Instagram actually, and then asking them for an introduction to the travel community leaders that we need. So I'm just creating that flow live. Let's create it together and see how that will work or if it will even work at all. So Instagram plus LinkedIn, intros and recommendations to travel community leaders. Another thing I realized yesterday, I was on a call yesterday and a travel trainer suggested something to us about, them referring travel agents to us. So it's even great if, we get someone who is like a travel writer or lifestyle influencer, and the only thing they are doing is they're referring a community leader to our ecosystem, right? Through that community leader, when the community leader brings people and then we complete a booking, some portion of that can also go to the person that initiated the recommendation. Or we could say that when our product goes live, they get a point or they get some money, for them to use our services and travel. So yeah, those are like a few ideas. I'm just going to go ahead and pen that down now. Travel writer. The first category is travel writer. The second category is lifestyle influencer. And I'm going to use Instagram and LinkedIn. And the only thing I'm asking them is just recommendations. So long they're in the local environment, I think that it will be very easy for us to get them to the right, for them to get us to the right people. I feel like at this time, the safest bet and the easiest way to go really would be recommendations. Because again, the Asian market is a culture that values relationships. I remember reading something from one of the contacts I've gathered, and she said something. She said, if you cannot spell my right name, I just mark you as spam or I dismiss your email. So that culture is big on that culture is big on relationship, just like we've observed earlier. So I'm asking for an intro and recommendation. And to sweeten the deal in exchange, they're getting points. So now we have points as reward system. Oh, they could even get a one-time fee when the platform goes live. One-time fee when the platform goes live. Goes live. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead to my LinkedIn and begin the session. Uh-oh. LinkedIn feed. All right. So I'm going to be sharing. I'm going to be sharing my LinkedIn screen. All right, so we're live. I'm sharing my LinkedIn screen already. If you'd like to see everything that's happening and how it's happening in real time, you might just want to check us on YouTube. That's why I'm able to share my screen and all of that. So yes, travel writer. Travel writer, and then I go ahead to filter by location. So the first location is Singapore. People, yes, I filter by location. Let's see. Yes, locations. Yeah. What this means is that you're literally betting everything on this, that you're going to get a response back and all of that. But there are quite a couple of people. Okay, so this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to open another. Okay, I think I should just move it here. I need to open a space on this sheet that tells me people that I got through introductions and people that we got directly just by research and all of that. Mm-mm. More than happy to leave the keywords that I've used on my YouTube and the link to access everything so that you could try that. It doesn't matter if you're in the Singapore market, but if you're using travel community leaders or just communities, newsletters, owners as your entrance strategy to your next direction or whatever, you'd really find these tips very useful. Okay. So this is how I'm going to get down the names of folks that I'm going to be sending a connection request to. If I don't, I won't be able to track it when they respond to my connection and, do the right thing. So the goal really is to get on as many calls as possible to increase, number one, our chances to like the right person, and then get on a few calls to get us high impact results. So we can do both simultaneously. For the LinkedIn and Instagram connections, I'm just going for folks that have like the direct connection to these people. When they connect us, I'm going to get on as many calls as I can. When they connect us to these people, then I begin to filter by, okay, yeah, I've seen this person's audience. This is our demography. This is how they fit into what we're looking for. We can partner with them, or no, we can talk to them later. For the folks that I gathered using WordPress, Substack, and just Google research, they are good, like they fit into our initial demography that we've created. So this person is Liz Giuliani. Sorry. Okay, so I think it's faster to just let me click her profile and see. Okay. Okay, Liz apparently has a website, so let's see if I get her website, it will be easier for me to connect with her. Okay. Uh-oh. Liz has just 4 followers. You can be sure that Liz is not very active on LinkedIn. Then it may take a while for me to get a response back in that case. So let's see Liz's website. So Liz writes a lot about Bali in Singapore. Okay, so Liz writes for Bali Dispatch, and it's not a personal blog. That changes the dynamics of things a bit. For us, we'll see how that pans out. Singapore. Go back on LinkedIn now. To keep moving my head, I have like a body mic and then I have a table mic that's working for the YouTube and because we're streaming in several places. Okay, I could send Colin a friend request too because She's a writer, travel writer. Hmm. Idea and Vita route. Okay. She does lots of marketing. Okay. This is a really cool person to connect with. So let's see how that goes. Fantastic. I see her email. So I'm just gonna copy that, put it into my market strategy test, and we'll see. Hmm. Writer for the travel industry, and she's been doing that for 7 years, and she lives in Singapore. Joy Grady, destination and hmm. So we'll go ahead and send that report. Let's see who else we got here. Valerie. Hmm. Valerie has just one friend, and her profile is not optimized. Should be quite hard to get Valerie. Okay. And, there's nothing. Oof. This person has doing connections to slightly they're not active. Okay. Mentor. Another thing is that I belong to a community of travel and tourism professionals all over the world. And while I am just looking at some of these profiles, a couple of them are active, but a couple of them are not. Perhaps a good way to also like look at this contact gathering is to noting people that I have in that network and to them that I'd like to get to writers in the Asian market, take me to like their community and then introduce what we're doing and ask for an introduction for. Okay. I know a couple of them that actually have like Substack kind of thing, and then they have like over 250 high quality subscribers and all. That would be really great. All right. Okay. Yeah. This person also does Substack. Probably the only one who does not have a Substack at this point. Okay. Mm. All right. She's in Singapore. She's exploring Singapore and sharing her thoughts about Singapore. So a good thing to do would be to go back to her profile and try to see if I can locate her email address. Okay. All right. I'm going to wrap up making this research by myself, going on LinkedIn, finding people who can open the door for us and introduce us to the right people. Okay, not really cool. I don't think Nicole is somebody I want to send a mail to. Go to wait for her to accept and then talk to her. The recommendation email may not reach her directly. Mm. What does Ranjani do? Ranjani has a community, so she'll definitely be on the multi-passion. If you don't mind, I refuse to feed with them. Okay, the is I'm not sure if she has a community of her own. Okay, yes, I could send her email. Thank you so much for tuning in today. I think I'm about 30 in now. I'm just going to go ahead to wrap up with looking for more contacts on Dean. I'm going to go ahead to activate those contacts today and I'll come back to you tomorrow with my lessons, how I'd probably be adjusting disappointments or wins. Thank you so much for joining me. See you tomorrow.